everyone. Welcome back to
5-Minute Eats, and today we've got a little bowl of noodles for you. This is the Snapdragon Vietnamese Pho beef flavored noodle soup. Slurp happy. Now this is a 2.7 ounce bowl of it for $2.69 at Target. But you could also get it somewhere else too, right?
Yeah, so I've seen this at Costco for over a year now. Thing is, this is a big box at Costco, and I think it's kind of pricey, but dude, it's always been intimidating to me because it's a lot of food, big, gigantic box. And I gotta say though, I always love the packaging. It's drew me to it. Every time I walk by it, I always take a glance at it and just stare at it and think to myself, maybe today is the day that I should buy it. And luckily, it worked out. Target's got it.
Yes, so we can try a small portion of it to see if we like it. Now, this is indeed a product of Vietnam, so
yeah,
hopefully it is authentical.
So if you've seen our drink videos, you'll notice that Vietnam is, in Asia, the food manufacturing
and drink manufacturing capital.
Yeah, they're like the rising sun of food, man. Food and drinks. And so now we got their version of, you could say like noodles that you have to heat up, right?
Yeah.
And pho. Yeah, which is very popular. We've had it before. And this is why it stuck out to me, because when we had it before, I didn't like all the basil leaves. Remember they give you like this big gigantic thing of it? I thought it was like a little too much, right?
I always feel like pho looks far less seasoned. It looks less exciting just by the look of it. Yeah. Because even looking at this, it just looks, for the most part, like a bowl of white noodles. There's very little color to it.
And I think in the north they had the chili.
Oh.
Yeah, like a chili sauce, like a hot sauce, you know?
Okay.
That you could put in there, which I love spicy, so that made me excited. Now, what's all in this thing?
So this comes with 3 little packages of stuff inside of it. So you have like a veggie mix, a seasoning mix that you put in while you're cooking it. And then you have, what is the last thing? A flavoring oil that you put in after it's done. And I feel like this smells really strongly of like onions.
Really?
Green onions.
It does, yeah. Now, is there any meat in it, or do you have to add your own?
You have to add your own. Okay. Even though I will say the cover is a bit deceptive because it does make you think that there is going to be chunks of beef in there. There is not. And
so the thing is, of course, we could add a million things to it and jazz it up, and it's going to be like outstanding, but we're gonna just eat as is, right? So that way, at least on its own, is it good. And guys, if you're new to our channel, basically we review everyday grocery items. So before you spend your hard-earned money, let us tell you if it's worth it. So how do you—
If you'd like to support this channel, the easiest way to do that is using our Amazon links the next time you shop there.
All right, guys, welcome back. Our rating system: thumbs up, right again, thumbs down, we would not. So for me, this is a thumbs up. So I wasn't sure how I would feel about this. I thought for sure it was gonna be probably like not something that I liked. Just by looking at it, didn't seem that exciting because it's just like white, right? As I got into it, there was a decent amount of broth in there that I was shocked about. It was wet, and I also liked how they chopped up the noodles so it wasn't like big, long pieces of noodles. And I also liked the texture of it. The noodles, it's different from the noodles we're used to from Nissan and all those kind of guys, you know?
Yeah.
Now this thing has a lot of flavor. What makes this is the spices. There's a lot of garlic in it. There's the onions, because the noodles has onions in it, and also the packet.
Yeah.
So that's what you taste. And I actually think, you know, with the salt and everything else, it works. Here's the funny thing about this though, okay? As I was eating it, this reminded me of, and I guess maybe because it is Vietnam, this reminded me of like an Indian dish. Something like I would get like this with the smell of the spices and the taste of everything.
Okay, so the aroma.
The aroma and the taste like reminding me of like something Indian, you know? And the whole time I was eating this, all I wanted to do was jazz this up. Like those the Japanese ramens or something like that. Doesn't really make me want to throw things in there and jazz it up, you know? Whereas with this one, I feel like there's a lot of flavor, and all I could think is adding more to it will just make this even better. Just like that Malaysian thing we tried recently, the Malaysian noodles, just like that thing, you know?
Yeah.
thumbs up.
If you like what we're doing here, please consider sending a super thanks. It helps us continue to provide more amazing content.
Okay, so for me, this one is going to be a thumbs down. It's not bad at all, but it's not my preferred flavor profile. I think if you really, really love garlic and onion, then by all means, buy it by the case and you're probably gonna love this. But for me, it was just so overpowering, especially the green onion, because I don't love green onion. I like the flavor of like a regular onion as long as it's not raw. But a green onion, it's just so overpowering, I feel like, because even whenever it comes just like a little sprinkle over something, it tends to just overtake the dish, at least to my palate. So I don't love that. However, this was like a lot of food. You know, it definitely filled up the bowl once we made it. The noodles were an interesting texture. I think I prefer the texture of ramen more just because it has a little bit more texture to it.
Yeah.
There's like it's squiggly and stuff. There's a little bit more excitement, whereas these are like flat, thin noodles. Not my favorite, because even in like like an Italian pasta noodle, I don't love like a fettuccine. I would rather have something, you know, like with a corkscrew or something like that. But overall, very flavorful. Quite brothy, because it didn't really look like it was going to be brothy.
Me too. I was really shocked by that.
Yeah. It's good overall. It's just not for my taste. So thumbs down for me and my personal taste, but overall a good product.
To sum it up, thumbs down, thumbs up. And if you guys buy from Amazon, use our Amazon link. The reason is when you do that, we get 10 cents, 50 cents, possibly even $1, which means we can continue to review things.
All right, guys, that's the video. If you like what we're doing here, definitely check out our other channel, Food Prep Inc. And don't forget to give us a like and subscribe.